Hi, my name is Cindy Rang.
And I'm Brianna Motzkus, and we're from the Fabric Patch.
My daughter and I have owned and operated a busy quilt shop in Washington State for over 20 years. We have a retreat center, an active YouTube channel, and a large pattern line featuring our creations. My two sons work on machines. One daughter-in-law is our videographer, and the other is a long-arm quilter. We are a family that love each other, we laugh together, and every once in a while we get some work done. We have a crew that are saints for their efforts at keeping us on track. Thanks for joining us on our wild ride.
Good morning. Brittany says our hello. They're like, oh, and then we're like, hello.
She says we're kind of sleepy. We are sleepy. I don't think I've had enough coffee. And but today we have a class this morning.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Today is at 11 o'clock. We're going to do our first official Fabric Patch Zoom class. So we're really excited. So excited about it because we've got somebody from Australia, somebody from England, somebody from Hawaii, every time zone here, we've got a Saskatchewan or maybe Ontario.
Yeah,
and Alberta.
We got them kind of everywhere.
Anyway, we have a little bit. So we're hopeful. We're really excited about it. I think that my biggest question is how many people are going to be too many?
Right. Yeah.
We'll see. Because I think we have more than what we wanted, but it was okay. But anyway, we'll see. So we're excited about that because then after that,
we already have plans. It's going to go really, really well. We've already.
It's going to go really well. It's
Yeah.
going to go really well, and it's a simple pattern. It's Navajo Rose. We've done it a million times, and so it should be pretty good. But I feel like after that, we'll be able to make more plans, and we'll know that our limit will be 12 or 15 or whatever, and we'll see what happens. But it's just so different for us. We've done classes in the shop since before we had the shop.
Right.
We've been doing classes. So I think in-person classes, we feel like we got that down. But the Zoom thing, we're a little...
The techie business part.
Yeah, I just want to make sure everybody can hear everybody and everybody can see everything.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Because then after that, our schedule will change a little bit, and we'll add a bunch more things once we feel like we can figure that out. But
I'm excited. I think we're good.
I'm excited.
I'm optimistic to see.
Yeah. I want to see some of these people that we've talked to so much, and we'll get to see.
Yeah, so that's just in a few hours. So we've got it all pretty much set up and ready to go. So
yeah, I think that'll be fun. Yeah, that'll be really fun. Yeah. So and so then in the meantime, we had a couple things. This was one of those classes. I'm going to lift this up so you can see this, and we'll do some close-up shots. But this is Primavera, and this was a block of the month or a technique of the month, a flower of the month that we were going to do. We were going to start this the weekend after we shut down from COVID.
The first time.
I know. And so we kept saying, no, we're going to do it anyway. No, we're going to do it anyway. And maybe at some point we will. But it is fairly involved because it's Brazilian embroidery, a lot of hand embroidery. If you do a lot of Suspargo stuff, it's those sorts of stitches. So there's some bullion roses.
Oh, those
in
are like
there,
3D.
Oh, it's very 3D. Yeah, it's fantastic. And
cool.
so if you're kind of looking for a project like that, when we do this as a class, we've already talked with Maria from Edmar, and she said that she would be in if we decided to do like a Zoom thing, because we have to get permission to be able to do somebody else's pattern that way, and she has given us permission and said that she would even join us on some of it. So she's very shy. She was a little nervous about it, but she said she would. And so, but I'm just going to show you, because these are online. If you don't want to wait for us, if you kind of want to start your own thing, there's a couple of options. One is just the book, the pattern, and the pattern is a book, and it has all of the information on it, and then it has all of the flowers. And so you can kind of do your own thing, or if you get the maybe
I love that it's in color.
And this is the pattern itself, and you can trace all of this and kind of do your own thing. Or what's really nice is she has printed this onto a piece of cotton, which is super nice. And then she's also included all of the threads, and these are their threads, very high quality, really, really nice thread. All of that's in there, and there's even needles in there. So there's just the book, or there's the kit. And I wish I knew, is the kit $70?
Oh, that sounds about right. Yeah, because it's probably like a $24 book, and then this thread is
how much is it worth to have somebody trace all of that
and pick the thread out for you already?
Right, and it's not like all of us don't have all of that, those bins of DMC floss, but this is a really nice, and there's different weights, and in order to get, you know, the turkey stitch, and in order to get some of these things the way that you want, it is nice to use the appropriate.
And it's perfect just in time for the world to start opening up again. Your road trip packet, you know, road trip kit, it's all together in one place. You don't have to detour to a quilt shop, which you should already be detouring to a quilt shop, but you won't have to find that special thread or that rayon blend or whatever thread you're looking for. You'll already have it. You can just be stitching away.
And some of us might still have really bad weather. We do. It's been like spitting out snow all day long. And so
yesterday there was a nice little covering.
Yeah.
The kids were beyond excited. I was throwing snow at the dogs, and Ruger was pretty excited.
Dog's not excited.
No. Ruger didn't quite mind it, but he was quite sure Wyatt was trying to grab the ball. The ball was sitting here, and Wyatt was just grabbing it, and he's like, "Get the ball, get the ball."
Honey, you can do it.
Yeah, it was super cute. I think that's the only reason you put up with it.
Yeah.
But Nellie didn't get off the deck.
Yeah.
But
no. But Nellie can't take a snowball hit.
No.
But this is one of those winter projects that's kind of, if you find that it's too cold to be outside and there's not gardening weather yet, it is kind of nice in the evenings to do something. And then this is also her book, and it's Ed and Maria. And so by her, I'm talking about Maria, but all of her stitches. And again, it's all in color. It's a really good book. So if you wanted it as a supplement, you don't have to have this in order to do anything. Or if you think that this might be too big of a project, she does have some smaller ones. And we have those kits. We have like the columbine flower, and we have maybe forget-me-nots.
Yeah. We have 3 mini kits. So it comes with a pattern, a color, instructions, the print, the trace design, and all of the thread in a kit. I think it's like $12.
It's not much.
For a little bit of everything. So if you want to start with a little bite of it, you can.
Yeah. And then there's that.
Get a book and do your own thing.
Anyway, we wanted to show you this, and I know. It's beautiful. We'll do some close-up pictures of that, but so this was the other one, and then I know on Friday we have already a lot of boxes to open. And Brianna, do you think that one of them might be pre-cuts?
I think one of them, yes. I think one of them is a pre-cut box from Moda. So I might sneak peek in there and see if there's any of those pre-cut ones, so I can get those shipped out to you guys today, or tomorrow at the very latest. But then we'll see what's left in there.
Yeah, so I'm excited. I feel kind of bad because I was so pouty last time. At one point when we were moving the boxes or whatever we were doing, and Brianna says, "Mom, pull it together."
You get so excited.
I was so upset.
So we'll see.
But we have had a bunch of you guys pre-order.
Yeah.
So if you don't know what we're talking about, I think that when those do come in, they're going to go out really fast.
So I'll sneak peek it later today and see if I can get those sent out to you guys, and then we'll see what's all really in the box.
Because we should link that very first video that we did with Erin, because all of that fabric is coming in right now.
Yeah, I wish I'd do that.
Because whatever hasn't come in yet will be in this next box. So, so we'll link that, because I think the very first time that we met with Erin, which would have been 6 months ago.
If not a little bit more.
Yeah, all of that stuff is slowly coming in, so you can kind of see up close. And you'll see why I was so upset.
Right. Yeah. A little Debbie down over here.
I was. I thought about it afterwards on the drive home, and I thought, oh my gosh, I was like that bratty little Christmas kid. But I didn't want Ken. Right? I know. It was a little embarrassing, but anyway, I shouldn't have been so grumpy about it. Well, I don't think I was grumpy.
Well, you know what's weird though is Moda's not like that. At most, the pre-cuts come like a day or two before the actual yardage comes. We're not used to having to wait.
We're not used to disappointment.
Yeah. It is all one pretty package. We get this little box and the big boxes. So we're not used to the separation.
No.
You know.
I wasn't prepared.
No.
But anyway, I do apologize. But
you can have a bed every once in a while. Just a little bit, though.
I know. I got over it fairly quickly. But anyway.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see what else is going on. So Friday, lots of openings. We are halfway, maybe. Oh, are we even halfway moving? Oh, it's terrible. Right when I said I was going to stop talking about COVID, I really need to stop talking about that damn move.
Right. Everyone probably thinks it's just a story.
Oh. So we're almost done moving me, and then right in the middle of that, of course, we decided to move around this shop. We're almost done with that. So hopefully next week we'll be able to do a couple of videos. We want to do a full shop tour for you, but I don't know. It's a little rough. It's a little rough, and the problem is that I can't do both. We either need to be at the shop working or at my house working, so I don't know why we decided to do
We've got the major parts, like all the fabric, like the baby rooms all put together, the new wool sections all put together. It's just now the rest of the shop that's been neglected while we've been putting, switching the rooms apart. It's the boutique aisle and the basic wall. Oh, that whole back room is
the extra wides. Yeah.
Goodness
gracious. It's really gross.
So it's all the other neglection that has happened. Is that a word?
Neglection. Neglection is a word.
I like it. And maybe that's to me.
We need to add that to our rangisms.
Right?
It's the neglection that gets you.
Yes. Yeah. That's it. But yeah, I think that's the most thing about the shop is all that other stuff that's been forgotten while the big stuff is moved. But yeah, that's cool though. We'll
get it done, and then we'll do a video for you.
Yeah.
But
I think that's the hard part. If you guys have never been to our store before, it's huge.
It's big.
It's a lot. It started small, and then people started moving out of our little mini mall building, and fabric slowly started to just leach its way into those rooms, and now it's huge.
And
now it's a half a block.
Yeah, and now the only renters that are left in our building with us are Edward D. Jones, and whenever Rob goes out to go to the bathroom and leaves his door open, all of the quilters are going, "What's that?" He put fabric in there.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
He won't let us, but
it'll
be good.
No.
Yeah.
Lizzie went even in and snooped it out.
Lizzie even went in.
A couple weeks ago. Yeah, the doors open. She just wandered in there with her toy. What's in here? Yeah, it was pretty cute.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
So anyway, we'll get it all clean. We need to get it all clean before we really open again.
Yeah.
And before shoppers start coming in, because we've had a few, we'll take appointments and people are coming in, but very few people, and we
needs to be a clean, happy place.
Yeah. So it'll be good. And because last week we talked about the retreats, and I think that the fall retreat is full, and I think the garden one retreat is almost full. But I didn't tell you this. I talked with Robert. He's one of the owners of the Westmont Acres. Yeah, the Rose Garden. Oh, and he said, "Oh yeah, anything, anytime. It doesn't matter." And so I think
they take good care of us.
It is. Yeah. It's one of the things I'm most excited about. Is it's such a fun place to take your friends.
Yeah.
And everybody who's been there has said the same thing. It's like you just feel like you're somewhere else. You just cannot imagine.
It's definitely a happy place. It's where you just see that when you have a really bad day, just call and say, "Can I just wander the roses and feel better?"
Yeah. So we're gonna add that for the July retreat. It'll have to be a dinner though. It'll have to be later in the evening because it's too hot during the day to wander around a rose garden. But hot. we'll have a dinner. We can have wine, and maybe we can have Jude there playing, have some music, and anyway, it'll be really nice.
Yeah.
So we're gonna add that for the July one also. So. Anyway, because they were excited about it. I think they're also feeling lonely, and
because they're not partiers, but they are just really hosts. Yeah, yes. They love the getting pretty food and having new visitors and telling the story of their roses and all the different types of roses.
Yeah.
So
they do a lot of charity dinners, a lot of events that are out there.
So I'm pretty sure they're missing people.
Yeah, missing people. I think that you're right. So anyway, so there's still a few spots left in those, and we're just excited to Have everybody come out. Let's see. So we had a couple of questions that people had asked, and we have some prizes. So remember, if you email us the questions, some people have commented on the YouTube video if you have a little question. If we select your question, then we have a little present for you that we're going to mail. And I have a paper somewhere. I know exactly who it was that asked. I don't know what it is. So 2 questions. So one was somebody asked, they said, well, when we talk about other videos, like this morning, talking about the first time that Aaron came or whatever, if you want to find it on your own, if we haven't linked it or whatever, somebody said, well, how are you supposed to find the old ones? I can show you this. Okay, so go ahead and go to the YouTube homepage, and so it could be that some of your suggested things will come up. So up here you can see up at the top there's a search bar, and in the search bar I'm just going to turn this for a second and type in Fabric Patch. You can put a space or not, it's not going to matter, it's just going to kind of guess, and you can see that we come right up there. Click on Fabric Patch and then just find our little logo, and when you type that it's going to come up. And then what'll happen is our most recent videos that we've posted will be up here at the top. But if you can see right here, click on videos. There's a little bar up here. And under videos, you can scroll down and all 167 videos that we've posted are all there with some little descriptions. But let me show you something even better. Something even better is across the top, there's something called playlists. So click on playlists, and what you'll see is if you just want to watch that, you can see all 164 videos, everything is listed right there. Or there's some of the different, if you want to see all of the Every Quilt Has a Story, all 17 in order are right there. If you want to do the row sampler series, all 14 are in order right there. So if you just click on that, then what'll happen is, this is Every Quilt Has a Story.
And then the other thing you can do is there's a little search bar down here. You can search something. If you are looking for a certain part of class, machine quilting, you can search certain words.
Tridazzle.
And as long as those tags or those words are in our description, those videos will pop up. So you might see what you are actually looking for plus a few extras. So you can also search certain things within our videos and find that special thing you're looking for. The Tridazzle video, trimming techniques, all that kind of stuff, notions.
Yeah, all of those are on there. So anyway, so that is, whoever asked me, I think it might have been Lilia. I can't remember who it was, but I have it written down. But whoever it was that asked me that question, I have this fun little, there's a mini panel and a mini charm and a little pattern in here. So this is what we're mailing to you. So that answers your question.
And this fabric, this fancy that, this is a special gift. It's coming
July?
August? Summerish.
Yeah.
So this will be coming soon.
Yes. So very cool.
Fun.
And then the other question that we had, and we get this actually quite a bit, and so it was the most recent person, again, whose name is written over there, whose name escapes me, but anyway, asked, can you tell us more about that rotary cutter you always use? So I think the reason that I don't mention it very much in classes is because when I was doing the row sampler series, I think every single class I talked about this rotary cutter. I talked about it again and again and again and why it's better. And then I kind of just stopped mentioning it because I, didn't want to, bore everybody with the details. But if you haven't watched the row sampler, that it might be something that you're not aware of. So this is the Quilter Select. It is a little bit spendy, I'm just going to tell you straight up, because I think you can get a rotary cutter for anywhere from $17 to maybe $24 is kind of a regular price. This is like $50, $54 maybe. But the reason that it is a couple things. Number one is the weight of it. It's pretty heavy, and that's actually a really nice thing because it ends up doing most of the work for you. It's kind of like a heavy iron. If you have a heavy iron, you can press a whole lot easier. So it is really nice. The other thing is that it's a true left. So whether you're right-handed or left-handed, it'll work properly. The other thing is that it's all metal, because when you have a plastic one where you've got the metal nut in there, but everything else is plastic, and your blade starts to get dull, what happens is you just push down harder. Well, as you push down harder and push down harder, that nut will push into your plastic and it makes that out of round. So then what'll happen is as you're cutting, it's just kind of clunking along as if the blade
is dull.
And it's just that it's never going to spin in there properly, and so it's not going to cut properly. So this is all metal. The other thing that it does is to change it, it has, oh, sorry, this one is super dirty.
That's good.
Probably
Because you use
cleaned
it first. It's all good.
Yes. This is magnet. And so to get rid of this, all I have to do is just dump it off into the garbage or, whatever sort of appropriate receptacle that you use. And one thing too is when you do change your blade, it's kind of nice to go ahead and clean all of the lint off of this, just like you clean your machine. The lint on your rotary cutter, it's not a good thing. And if you have just a little drop of machine oil, just put one little drop on there and kind of clean that up. Your blade will last a whole lot longer. So, but anyway, and then when you get your new blade, pick that up a little bit, it just locks on there. If I had my glasses on, I'd be able to see where there's a flat spot. There it is. Yeah. And so then all you have to do then is just slide that up and it locks it. And then you do have a little lock on the back so that if you have a child that you don't want to have touch it.
You don't have to figure it out.
But then when you cut it, you just push your button and then you tip down and it just exposes the blade. And as much of the blade as you need, it'll just keep exposing it. And then when you're done, you just click it. And that's why you see when we're doing it in the class, we click and click and click, and that's what we're doing. So anyway, so it's called a Quilter Select. They look like this. They're on our website. There's also the 60 millimeter if you like a larger one. If you cut through a lot of layers, then that's okay. And then this is the Quilter Select ruler that we use all the time, and it is truly non-slip. So I don't know if you can see this or not, but if you have this on fabric, no matter how you're pushing, this ruler does not slide at all. The fabric slides. So it doesn't go anywhere. So it's really, really nice that you're not going to cut, and as you cut to the end, all of a sudden your ruler slides off and you've cut something wrong. And in fact, it's so difficult. That's why you see us at the, we always lift it up from the end because you can't slide it off of your fabric when you're done cutting. So now they've come out with these little ruler handles. We can barely keep these in because I think last Friday we opened them up and there was a bunch of them in the box. So we can't hardly keep these in. If you have these rulers, you need the little handle. It's a little suction cup. And you can just pick it up and grab it that way. So anyway, so someone...
Wait, this one?
Yeah.
The other few things I want to add to this is if you find that you have a Quilter Select and you find that the groupie part is wearing out, what is happening? We actually called on it because ours started to wear out. The line started to go away and it was no longer like gripping right. Also, disclaimer to that is we cut a bunch of fabric at the shop, for every customer, every online order. But when we called, we talked to one of the design team members, and they said when you are putting your ruler onto your cutting mat, it of course is not going to grip to your cutting mat, but as you rub it on your cutting mat, you're slowly scraping away the goodness. So they really want you to use the handle to pick up your ruler, move it to your fabric, and cut. Because the more you slide on your countertop or your rotary cutter, your rotary mat, you're slowly scraping away the goodness. But they said that as long as you are picking up and putting down and picking up and putting down, this will last as long as it's going to last.
No sliding.
Yeah. So
that makes sense to me. And
yeah,
that's
me
why,
too.
Because we've worn out too.
Yeah.
Now, again, though, we've been using these exclusively in the shop for probably 3 years now? Is that how
since they debuted,
And we've worn out too. But that's all we use because we don't want to use an inferior ruler. And we cut a lot of fabric all day long.
And we have this cutter that we use. I'm not this exact one, but one of these, and then an inexpensive Olfa splash one, Carolyn and Mom both love these, but both because like Mom has really bad thumb arthritis, and so she doesn't have to use any of those weird thumb muscles. It's so heavy. It's not so heavy, but it's heavy enough that
it's heavy enough that you're not. It's just like a light iron. I don't like a light iron for the same reason.
It's doing more of the work than just a lighter rotary cutter that you have to push harder on. You don't have to push as hard. So if you do have sore hands, arthritic hands, you don't have to work as hard. And the grip is a little bit wider, so you don't feel like you have to scrunch your hands together. Yeah. So
Carolyn has carpal tunnel. In fact, she was due for surgery and then COVID and then she was due again and I don't know, but she has carpal tunnel.
Yeah. And she says her hands don't cramp or anything.
Yeah, she uses only that.
Yeah. They do have replacement blades made specifically for the Quilter Select rotary cutters. You can use a regular 04 OmniGrid cutter. We have found, we've tested it in the shop. What we find is that the Quilter Select rotary cutter blade in the Quilter Select rotary cutter grips better. It's however they make, let me take this off, like these little openings right here in your cutter, these fit perfectly inside here, where we find that the Olfa is made differently, so it doesn't stick as well. So we found that we dulled them faster, which I don't know if that means they wiggled a little more between those little two plates.
And there'd be no reason for you to have the Olfa or the Fiskars unless, the only reason we thought that was pertinent was some people had just bought 10 new blades of something. They had a lot left over. So you can use them in there. But the Quilter Select blades are actually less expensive than the replacement Olfa blades. So
you can buy both. Yeah, and we sell them, I think we get them in packs. We just sell them in eaches. We could buy them in packs of like 3 or 5, like you'll notice the Olfa does, but we sell them in eaches for either the 45 millimeter or the 60. It just makes it easier. Yeah. Because we find that people get confused. Oh, I didn't realize I paid for 5 blades. I thought I was just getting 1. So, but that's my little 2 cents.
Yeah, so it's really good. So thank you.
My winner.
Asking. And this is Shiny Objects. So we had, there was another line of Shiny Objects that we clearanced a couple of weeks ago, all gone. That was the first one. This one, there's some left. This is beautiful.
And this is their precious metals.
That precious metals.
Yeah. So Shiny Objects was a running collection, but each year they came out with a different
on it. Yeah. It's gorgeous. Copper. And I think there's even jelly rolls left of this line. So super, super, super pretty. So special present for that. So so if there's things that we are talking about that you have more questions about, you can certainly just message us. We do try to watch the comments and we try to answer you back. And of course you can email us and we email you back. But
or give us a call. Shoot us a text. Whatever.
Yeah, anything. Let's see. Anything else? Anything we want to talk about?
Is that it? Let's see. What's happening?
I feel so
class in a few hours. Super excited.
Yeah.
Friday we have the box opening, the special motor box. That's also the day we're going to send out the next Quilt Club email.
Quilt Club.
So those of you that are participating in the Quilt Club, it is full. There's no more registrations for it.
But you can still do it. Yes. And the whole thing with the club is they just get they get the information before everybody else does. Yeah. So they can go ahead and buy a second kit. They can get the border fabric before everybody else does. So they are just on an early list. That was a sign up from the 12 Days of Christmas. So, and we are maxed out on that, but everybody can watch that quilt and that quilt class. Everybody can get that pattern and everybody can order those rules until we run out.
Quilt Club class airs every second Monday of the month.
Yeah.
So you can use your...
Always a new pattern.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah,
so
it's fun.
So that's happening Friday, and then we've got Every Quilt Has a Story. So.
Lisa Lusk.
Ooh, Lisa! That's exciting.
Lisa is a local friend.
Yes.
She
brings me eggs.
She brings eggs. Blue eggs.
Blue eggs. Wyatt was quite sure that. No.
Not an egg.
Not an egg.
If I crack it, what color will it be?
Yeah. So I can't wait because Harper is now old enough that when we start, her girls start having more eggs when it warms up. Harper will be old enough to realize that's not the color of an egg. Yeah. So Wyatt was pretty sure that I was just, whatever.
I'm not eating that.
I mean, that's not an egg. Nice try. So yeah,
put that blue egg with the green eggs in him.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that'd be a good one. That'd be good.
Yeah.
All right.
I think that's it. And then next week, we'll see we'll see how much organizing and cleaning we get done. We'll see what videos we have next week.
Right. And I can't wait. Yeah, Friday we'll also tell you how our class went. I'm excited.
I'm super excited. I'm excited to
great.
open the whole new class things back up again. We've missed everybody, so we need to figure that all out. And we're a little slow to the party for the classes, but
we'll get there.
Figure it out. Yeah.
We got time.
We do. All right, you guys.
All right.
Thank you so much, and we'll see you
soon.
Yeah, some of you will see very soon. The rest of you will see Friday.
Bye.
Thank you for watching our video. We invite you to leave a comment, hit the like button, or better yet, subscribe to our channel so you never miss an episode. You can also visit our Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or Pinterest pages, or find all of those things and our online store at FabricPatch.net.